The face of Outback Australia has changed dramatically in the 200 years since Europeans first arrived. For starters, there were never any camels here. Now, there are an estimated 500 to 700,000 of these beasts. We'll tell the camel story in this episode of Travel Oz. Hello, I'm Grainger.
From camels to singing dingoes. We find both and more in the next leg of our marathon Outback road trip. On the Great Barrier Reef, the two teams go diving over pristine coral formations to discover an abundance of fascinating sea creatures. And kangaroos in the snow. We follow a mob of eastern grey kangaroos through the first heavy snowfalls of the season in the Kosciuszko National Park.
Have you ever contemplated the beauty of a falling leaf? They certainly do here at Tumut in southern New South Wales. So much so, they hold a festival to celebrate, the Festival of the Falling Leaf. Early settlers to the Tumut region planted an abundance of poplars and willows, meaning autumn becomes a spectacle of golden leaves. There are 4 distinctive seasons in this area, a rural stronghold that is nestled in the foothills of the snowy mountains. This is a perfect setting for runners and photographers like Tumut's best-known snapper, Trina Thompson. Trina, spectacular time of the year we've arrived in autumn.
It is magnificent, isn't it? Look, I've lived here all my life and it's one of the times of year that I absolutely love. I look forward to it every year.
Now, they've had the trees here. They're well over 150 years old, many of them.
Well over 150 years old, and this is why I think that the colour and the spectacular glare that they give is just beautiful.
Trina, you're a photographer. As a photographer, you must find this time of the year very special to film.
Look, it's magnificent. It provides such an amazing backdrop for all that you do, but it also creates opportunities to be really creative and also to capture that part of our continuing heritage and history.
So why these deciduous trees? Why were they planted?
Look, they were planted originally because the Lands Department gave the town the trust of an area down where the current racecourse is, and they wanted it to be a public area of entertainment, and the trustees in their wisdom planted all these magnificent deciduous trees. And I think they realised then how well they grew and what a spectacular flush they get. And I think part of it is because of our altitude, and the other part is of the climate that we have. So we get the lovely colds, which creates the lovely yellows. And so they realised that we had something particularly special in this area with our deciduous trees. This region provides everything that we could possibly want. We have 3 daughters and they too enjoy and appreciate the area, but it's the absolute stunning beauty. You know, we have travelled quite extensively and we still come back and we always find that it's breathtaking, especially around this time of the year. You arrive, the colour, the trees, and it just creates a whole atmosphere.
So, special deciduous trees, and for that you've got a festival.
We have Festival of the Falling Leaf. It kicked off in 1954. We had he was a headmaster and a Rotarian, a guy called Alf Wood. And he kicked it off with the Rotarians and it started off as a 10-day program. We've reduced it down to a 3-day program. We reckon that's about all we can cope with nowadays, but it's just 3 days of full-on celebration of this magnificent country. And the parade creates such an atmosphere for the kids and the floats and the walking characters and just that whole atmosphere, and the streets are lined with literally thousands of people. You know, the excitement and the memories that that's going to create for kids is just phenomenal.
Ah, a parade. What celebration would be complete without one? This is the highlight of the Falling Leaf Festival. A colourful collection of Tumut's community groups, schools and local businesses and industries participating. Down Tumut's main street they move. So many of them, it takes more than an hour for them to pass by. The Tumut Festival also attracts some of Australia's best-known bluegrass musicians who can be seen jamming in the Central Park.
Feeling kind of blue.